Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to Bluefield College for our news conference today where we announce our new football coach. I'm the Sports Information Director. My name is Bob Red, and I'd like to welcome faculty, staff, our Board of Trustees, coaches, and media to this event. We'll get things started. I'd like to introduce Dr. Marshall Flowers, who is our Vice President for Academic Affairs and Athletics, and we'll go there.
Thank you, Bob. It's a privilege to gather together today. Thank you to all of you, our Bluefield College community and coaches and friends and trustees that are here. We're grateful for the support, and then we welcome our press from the region. What a privilege to have you here today. On behalf of President David Olive, I bring you greetings. He made the statement earlier this week to our community that we had over 200 applications and inquiries into this opportunity and position here at Bluefield College. We count it a privilege to say that we zeroed in on a top candidate, and that candidate interviewed and accepted our invitation, and it's a privilege today to have Coach Mike White, our athletic director, to come here in a few moments and introduce you to our new head football coach for Rams football, and the future looks bright. We're excited about that. And let me thank you again for being with us. A privilege to have you here. And Coach White, please come.
Good afternoon. Appreciate everyone coming out. By the way, Richard, happy birthday. 50-50. Just thought everybody would know 50-50 today. Part of it. Haven't got a chance to say that. As Dr. Flowers mentioned, we had over 200 applications for the position. We had over 250 inquiries. So to say that Christmas at my house was a busy time would be an understatement. Phone didn't stop, non-stop it rained. What I want to try to do, but before I introduce our coach, is tell you a little bit about the process, how we went through it, and how we came to where we're at today. When we started the process, there was 6 or 7 things that was very important to us and to Bluefield College and the executive leadership team and Dr. Olive. There were about 6 or 7 characteristics that we were looking for in our next coach. So as I'm going through these applications and inquiries, I'm basically sorting them out, trying to find the best possible fit for what we're looking for and how we're trying to move forward at this time. And those things are, in no particular order, the ability to integrate faith into the program. That's huge with us here at Bluefield College. Someone that has been successful at the collegiate level as a head coach. Prior collegiate head coaching experience at the NAIA level, NCAA D2 or higher. The reason for that is simply the handling of scholarships and how money moves about, being able to control those type things. Private college and university experience at enrollment-driven institutions, which we have here. Someone that understands how private schools work and how the enrollment moves through. Ability to help grow the program through fundraising, to get out into the community, be a part of the community, and help us grow, from a facility standpoint, from a program standpoint, from a college standpoint. And one of the things that was very imperative to me was experience recruiting in the state of Virginia. And even to go one step further, Southwest Virginia experience, if we could have it. I know that narrows my list way down quickly. And we were able, when one of the charges of Bluefield College is to serve the students of Southwest Virginia and Southern West Virginia. So if I was able to, through this process, find someone that fits all these things, we found the perfect coach. And I think through our application process, interviews, talking to some people, we were able to do that. So without dragging this out any further, and I told Dr. Flowers I'll be glad when we get this part done, because it's baseball season in about a week. I'm ready to do something I know. I'd like to introduce the next head coach of Bluefield College, and that's Mr. Dewey Lusk.
great to be home. Southwest Virginia. Thank you, Coach White. Appreciate it and everything that you have done for me. And Dr. Olive, a big thank you. Dr. Flowers, thank you. Ruth, thank you. Where's Trent?
He's right there.
Trent, thank you. Hadn't met you yet. Talked to you on the phone. But what a great group of people here at Bluefield. And we're very excited to get started. Millie, my wife. Thank you. But, he alluded to it earlier. I am Southwest Virginia, and that's important. We've got to get those kids in this program, and we've got to get them competing, and we've got to get them graduating, we've got to retain them, and we've got to get out there and be a part of this community. That is huge, and that is first and foremost. And, mention graduating. I'm in the business of helping kids. That's what I do. Whether it's faith, whether it's discipline, whether it's leading them to the classroom, recruiting them, helping them to get in school, whatever the deal is, we've got to help kids. And it takes a whole village to raise kids. It takes a whole village to raise a football team. And I need your support. I need all of you to help. I want you to feel a part of it. I want you to feel comfortable to come to practice, feel comfortable to come by the field house. We want you to be a part of it. It's not my football team. It's our football team. And we want to have people there on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. I think Coach White wants to play some night games. We want you there in the seats, supporting our kids. And once again, it takes a whole village. And we'll need your help. And we are looking so forward to being here. It puts me an hour from my mom and dad. I'm back home. And really looking forward to this. We got a lot to do. We got to get our staff in place and get that going, get our recruiting going. I know there's been a lot of recruiting going on, but we want to attract and we want to get the best kids possible academically and athletically. Academics first. I always tell kids, I said, when I walk into a high school or where, my first question isn't, what's your 40 time? Or how big are you? My first question is, what's your grades? What's your GPA? What's your SAT? Then, what's their character? Can they get in school? What kind of character do they have? And if all that's going well, then we'll find out about their size and how fast they are and that kind of thing. But, you win games in the weight room, discipline, leaders on campus, out in the community. That's where you win games. Now, do we need to recruit a pretty good quarterback? Yes, we do. Do we need a couple receivers? Absolutely. Better have some defensive and offensive linemen in there. But they're going to be good kids. They're going to do things right. They're going to do what's expected of them. But that's our job. That's our job, to help them grow, to groom them to be better husbands and better fathers. That's what it's about. But thank you very much. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay.
At this time, we're going to open it up for questions from the media for Coach Lusk. And then after that, we will dismiss.
Dewey,
Hey, how are you?
How about you?
Good to see you again.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Just tell me what you learned while UVA-wise will help you with this. That was your first head coaching position, wasn't it?
First head football
Head
coaching
football
position. I've been the head baseball
Okay.
coach while coaching football at Emory and Henry.
But what did you learn in that experience that will help you here?
I'm going to learn to delegate a little bit better. I'm not going to try to do every single thing by myself all day and all night long. I did learn that for sure. But you surround yourself with great people, and you obviously have to have some scholarship money, some money to do things. We have to have resources, and after meeting with everybody here, The support is definitely here. The resources are available. I think the sky's the limit here at Bluefield College. I really do.
You see a little parallel between UVA Wise, which when you got there was struggling quite a bit, and Bluefield College has done the same on the field. You see a little parallel between the two schools?
And there is, in any small schools, there's always, the good and the bad and the ugly and this, that, and the other. But what you have to do is get up, put one foot in front of the other, recruit, surround yourself with good people, and try to do the right thing. And we rephrase that, do the right thing every day.
Emory Henry, you were known as kind of an offensive genius for Division III football. You really were. I mean, you did a lot of good things there. Do you want to bring? I assume you want to bring that same philosophy here.
Well,
get people out there to watch these ball games.
I was an offensive genius when I had Reggie Hippert at quarterback, and Todd Woods at quarterback, and Kerry Perkins at Grundy. I'm going to tell you what. Everybody want to know what I was doing. So what I did was, let me rephrase this for you. It depends on who you have out there. So that's why the recruiting aspect of it is so important. And the coaches that you have, good people. When you're not as talented, you're not as good. I used to coach against old Mike White here, and when I had Brandon Matheny up on the hill, I was a pretty good baseball coach. He was going 92 and left-handed, And but it just how well you recruit and who you bring in. And I know Trent and admissions and financial aid. I know they're going to help us every way possible to get the best kids, and that's what we have to do to get this thing turned around.
You're very familiar with the conference, I'm sure, having been at UVA Wise. You feel like Bluefield can be competitive in that conference?
I think we can be competitive in that conference. And I got to get here and see what I have and what's going on, but I don't see any reason why not in a couple, 3 years, we can't be competing for this thing. And obviously, we hope to do it sooner, but we got to give ourselves a chance to get out here and get some kids. And I'm going to tell you, we won a lot of games when I was at Emory and Henry with Lou Wacker. We did it with juniors and seniors. The seniors and the juniors taught the freshmen and the sophomores how to act and what we were going to do. So it's about recruiting not only good people, but about retaining those kids, developing a good, solid program, and learning how to win. And that takes a minute. Hopefully it happens quick. I mean, we all want quick results. That's how our society's driven today. But I think in 2 or 3 years, if we get this thing with the right people, get it built right, I think we can win here.
Have you had an opportunity to look at the kids here and evaluate them?
I have not. I interviewed last week, and then after we got settled in on the job, me and my wife flew back to Florida. We packed up a van, and we got here last night. No, we're trying to get here so we can get started and do those things, but no, sir.
Have you given much thought yet to your staff? Do you have anybody in mind to bring in? Or?
Well, we're looking at that right now, and should be making some decisions on that in the next few days.
Where did you spend last year? Weber?
I was offensive coordinator at Weber International, yes, sir.
So this kind of, you mentioned being back home, being back as a head coach. This is where I know you love football, you love sports in general, but football.
Well, Southwest Virginia is where I grew up and learned how to coach and play and the whole 9 yards. So it's good to be home.
Any other questions from the media? Okay, Coach Lusk will be available if any team guys would like to get a little one-on-one. For everyone else, we thank you for attending, and good luck to Coach Lusk.
Thank you all very much.